Welcome back, y'all. Lambo here, and today we're going over the hottest cards and sealed product of the week. And we're starting out here with Magikarp from Paldea Evolved, and we can see that over the last month it's climbed up 16%, and the most recent sell is 250, and we're just kind of hovering around that 250 260 range, and not too bad. And this is one of the sets that's rotating out here, so it'll be interesting to see how much this continues to rise in the next few months. And next up we have the Chi-Yu, interesting enough, from Paldea Evolved as well, and we have the most recent sell here of $50. So this thing has actually gone on a pretty interesting run, so I feel like it's one that'll be kind of a sleeper, especially with it being a new Pokemon from the newest generation, and we'll have to see how this one performs. Maybe it's a graded play there. And we have the Paldea Evolved booster box, and this one has just steadily continued to climb up. It's been hovering around this 450 range, so it'll be interesting if it ever hits up to $500 in the next 4 to 5 months. And we have the Obsidian Flames Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, and this one has just continued to run up. We have the most recent sale here at $684, and it really spikes up after that. We're, 760, 800, and 900. So this one, it's pretty scary how fast a lot of these Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box exclusive ones are starting to run up from the Scarlet and Violet era. So we'll have to see how far behind they run with 151. And the regular Obsidian Flames Elite Trainer Box is up to 220, and that's the most recent sale there. And yeah, kind of the same situation where we're going to be pushing up to 250 here before we know it, and up 33% still over the last 3 months. And this is a great ETB with the promo in it, so I'm sure that this one's going to be one of the top eras of SV when it comes to the ETBs. And next hot card that we have is the Groudon, and it's just continuing to inch its way up to $100, and we can see the most recent below that, but a lot of the other near mint copies are already trying to get theirs for over $100. So we'll definitely have to see if this IR pushes up over $100. It's always interesting when those IRs sell for that much. So really cool card. And we have Temporal Forces Elite Trainer boxes, and these are also kind of just continue to push up over that $100 range. And it's interesting because it's not the most popular set, but still pushing up here, up over $120. So pretty cool. And same with the other alternative with Iron Leaves, pushing up over or about 120, 110. So interesting with the Temporal Forces starting to go on a run. And then we have Perrine from Twilight Masquerade, and this one's really going on quite the run as well. So we were hovering down here at the 120 mark, and just kind of shot up over the last few weeks, and the most recent sell is 158, so well above that 130 mark. And it looks like everyone else is trying to sell theirs, up above that, and we even have some people trying to sell it for $200. So it's a cool card. I'm not really super crazy about the trainers, and I did play the DLC with the Scarlet and Violet, and I'm just noticing now that in the camera you can actually see the Growlithe that's connected to it. So pretty cool card when it comes to the trainers for sure. And we have the Greninja here, and most recent sell is 318, and most of these other listings are up above $300. So I think we're pushing right up back up to the all-time highs. So this is, I think, better than the Chaos Rising Greninja in my opinion, but it's a sweet card, and $300, it's just keeps going up. And yeah, Greninja is definitely one of those popular Pokemon. And we have the Eevee as well from Twilight Masquerade, and most recent sale $73, but it's one of those where Prismatic's kind of going crazy with the singles, and we'll go over that in a little bit too. So wouldn't be surprised to see this one continue to run up. And yeah, over the last month it's up 17%. And yeah, whenever those, I'm pretty sure this is an IR. Anytime these IRs run up almost to $100, it's definitely worth your attention. And we also have Stellar Crown Elite Trainer boxes continuing to run up, and the month are up 30%, and we have it around the 112, 118 range. And it's interesting, even a set like Stellar that's not very popular, the ETBs are still up there in that 120 range. And we have the Surging Sparks Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, and these are pushing up almost to $300. We have it here, $250, but the most recent is $289, and yeah, we really see it start pushing up into that $300 range, and we're really starting to see a lot of these Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes pushing up to the $300 range. So it's pretty crazy. Hopefully we get some reprints from the Pokemon Center, but right now there's just not a lot happening on that website besides plushies. So we'll just continue to see these Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes push up. And like we were talking about, the evolutions from Prismatic are just continuing to run up. We have Umbreon pushing up almost to $1,500. So pretty crazy, even with all the Prismatic that we're getting. This card and all the other singles just continue to run up. And yeah, we have Eevee here still pushing up almost to $200 from Prismatic. We have the Sylveon most recent sell still at $350, and that's pretty much what everyone else has theirs listed at. We have the Vaporeon, and most recent sell $200. So you can see that just, I don't think that chart's right, but yeah, pushing up over $200. Same with the Espeon here, up 26% over the last 3 months, and 20% over the month. And most recent sell $275, pushing up to $300. The Glaceon is $200, so it was down here at $170, so we can see it going on a nice run there. Leafeon, same story. And then even the Dragapult, which I find interesting, is on the 3 month it's up 21%, and I believe that this one connects with the other evolutions that got released in the Mega Block. So maybe more and more people are buying this one to connect with the other evolutions. So I thought that was pretty interesting with how much Prismatic's being printed. Even the Dragapult is running up. So, it seems like this Dragapult actually kind of has a little bit of a drive for Prismatic. So it's not just the evolution. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Had to throw that in there. And it's funny, the Prismatic evolutions trainer box from Dollar General is actually higher than the normal ETBs now. So most recent sell $200, and yeah, it looks like everyone else is trying to sell it over the $200 range. So pretty funny that everyone was saying that this would, or they don't want it, but now it might be more exclusive and rarer. So it'll be interesting to see if moving forward this just continues to kind of lead the way for the regular prismatic evolutions elite trainer boxes. So yeah, we can see with the chart the last month up 14%, and then for the 3 it's up 35%. So we also have the prismatic evolutions booster bundles have pretty much recovered, and they're back up to all-time highs. We have the most recent around $77, and we're going to be pushing up probably here pretty soon to $80, but we'll see. I'm pretty confident that we'll see more of the reprints of the booster bundles. It seems like this is the easiest way for Pokemon to push out product, so wouldn't be surprised if it kind of tapers back down, but right now it's starting to run up, and it has pretty high, very high buy volume there. So we'll see you on the reprints there. I had to throw in Team Rocket's Nidoking because it could be pushing up to $100 here. So I really like this single. This is probably one of my favorites from Destined Rivals. So to see it pushing up to $100 is pretty cool. So had to throw in Team Rocket's Nidoking. A lot of the singles aren't really moving that much because we are seeing a lot of the booster bundles and the sleeved booster packs out in the wild. So a lot of this product is getting opened. So the singles are staying somewhat under control, but the sealed product, not so much. Our Destined Rivals booster box here is up still 50% almost for the 3-month, and it's trying so hard to push up past that $600 range. And I wonder if maybe the Europe reprint of the booster box kind of has people spooked, but we can still see that people are listing it here for $600. But we'll see if there is a reprint, because there were those streamers pushing that rumor that there would be a reprint. They pushed it now to Q2, so we'll see. Maybe that's what's kind of keeping Destined Rivals tethered down to that $600 price for now. But that it's not the case for the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. This thing is well on its way to 500, and we have the most recent sale at 560. And I don't know why you would buy it for 560 when you could have bought it from these other guys, but we'll have to see what that's about, because yeah, everyone else has it around the $500 range. But insane. Should have bought these forever ago. And same story with these. They're just the regular ones, up 60% for the 3-month, and most recent sell is 222. And no coming down until we actually see a reprint of these. And this is probably my favorite ETB of the Scarlet and Violet for sure. So, well, yeah. The Eevee from Prismatic is really iconic and good looking, but I do love Mewtwo and Giovanni. So unfortunately, I opened the ones that I had because I thought that they would be reprinting these because they're reprinting so much Prismatic, but at least there's still 2 more years, so I wouldn't be FOMOing at these. But it's just crazy to see them at this price, and people just 14 sold at 224. So that is insane. There's no way someone's opening that, but who knows? People are just throwing their money at this stuff. And we have the Zekrom here. It's going on a nice run, and we can see which of the 2 Zekrom or Reshiram is most popular, because Reshiram is definitely not doing this. So up 4%, up 11% for the month, and most recent sell at 455. So we can see this card really pushing up past the $400 range. And these ones are pretty hard to pull from it, what it sounds like. And I wouldn't be surprised if these are hard to grade in a 10. So that could be benefiting. And we have Seismitoad, Sinji, running up almost 40% in the last 3 months. Most recent sell at 180, and 9 sold. Is that this week? Yeah, 9 sold, and yep, 180. Not quite $200 yet, but going on a nice little run there. And those singles, I feel like, are really starting to push up a lot of this sealed product. It's well above white. Like white is coattailing, but definitely not running up as fast. And we have here the Black Bolt booster bundle display, and the most recent sell was $1,000. So we're really starting to see these sell for a lot more. And yeah, there's not really a lot listed here, and yeah, 2,000. So this could be a very scarce item here come pretty soon unless we see a reprint. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on Black Bolt, but it's definitely going on a run. And we can see here the Elite Trainer Box case is going way up, and the most recent sell is almost $1,800, and that's, yeah, there's just not a lot listed on TCG, but that was interesting seeing this huge spike. And we can see the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box is pushing up to $300, and it'll probably be there pretty soon. Most recent sell is $300, and everyone has them pretty much listed around there. So Black Bolt is definitely going on quite the run. And we got the Haunter from Mega Evolutions. The promo is continuing to skyrocket, up 150% for the 3 month, and most recent sell is $60. So this guy is just continuing to go up, and I don't know if it's gonna come back down at all, because I really don't know how much Pokemon's gonna print those boxes that the Haunter came in. So this could be one that just continues to push up. It could go north of 100, so it'll be interesting to see. And the ends Zekrom up over $60 now, and this is just going to show the power of Ascended Heroes. It's very popular, and people are really excited about it. And I don't know, I mean, maybe people are opening the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. I can't imagine that they are. So this one could go on quite the run as well, unless people start opening up their ETBs. And I mean, I'd imagine people aren't going to open up much of them until we start to see some of those reprints hit the Pokemon Center website. And we have the Mega Gardevoir. This one's still chilling under $200, but we're starting to see it kind of move up, see some buy volume there. And I think the Mega set is starting to benefit from the Chaos Rising and Perfect Order being a little bit of a weaker sets, in my opinion. So I think more people are starting to turn back to Mega and Phantasmal. So you're going to start to see some of these singles run up here pretty soon, and I think that's why you're kind of seeing this spike there. And we'll see if by next week Gardevoir's chilling at $200. And we have the Mega Evolutions Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, and most recent sell is $300. And I think that's kind of just the direction we're going with these good sets of the era. The Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes are just going to probably push up to that $300 range, and so you start to see those reprints. And same story here with the Mega Lucario Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, is it's pushing up to that $300 range. And we have the Mega Enhance booster box, and this one, it's creeping. It's so close to hitting over that 300. So had to throw it in here just because it is starting to level out a little bit. But I think that, like we were talking about with these other sets coming out in the booster boxes. I don't think they're going to sell as much. I think people are going to come back to these ones. So definitely keep an eye on the Mega Evolution set. And Phantasmal, most recent sale for the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box is $280, but kind of like we were talking about, that $300 range I think is where this one's definitely settling at. So, and this, I mean, this so far is the best outside of obviously Ascended Heroes, but the Charizard in there is amazing. And we can see that the regular Elite Trainer box is up to $100, and we can see that the buy volume is actually starting to pump up pretty good. We're right around 100, 124 sold within the last few days. So I think a lot of people, instead of spending money on Perfect Order, are now turning back to Phantasmal Flames. Once Phantasmal Flames gets all chewed up, you're going to see them turn right back to the Mega Evolution. So right now I think everyone's really diving back into Phantasmal Flames. And we have the Phantasmal Flames booster box case up over 58%. Most recent sell is 2,500. And yeah, that's definitely where these cases are chilling, and there's quite a few listed there. So had 12 sold there March 26th through the 28th. So definitely people are buying these. And we have just the Phantasmal Flames booster box on its own at most recent sold at $355, but we definitely could see this one pushing up to $400 before we know it. And this one I do think will see a reprint at some point, but we'll have to just hope at this point with the booster boxes, because apparently they're allergic to printing anything other than Surging Sparks booster boxes. And we have the Mega Gengar from Ascended Heroes, and still up 16.5%. So almost $1,200, pushing up to 13, 14, and only 8 listings. A lot of these are probably just being sent off to grading, but if you pull this, I mean, you could corner the market pretty much. So pretty crazy stuff. And same story with Pikachu. The Tree Pika pushing up 27% in the last 3 months. What's the one? 33 for the 1 month. And the most recent sell is almost $800. And from there, it's just $900, $1,000. So it's looking like this Pikachu is a contender for second place for the set. And we also have Dragonite continuing to hold up here almost around the $700 range. And pretty happy about that, because I really do like the Mega Dragonite design, and looks like a lot of people agree. So pretty cool. And we have the Ascended Heroes Elite Trainer box case, and most recent sold is 1,500, and 23 sold, so like almost 50 sold in the last week. So pretty crazy, up 16%. And just our Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box is for Ascended Heroes is up 26%. So almost $400. And this is definitely the set I feel like everyone is put on top, and we'll see how it holds up with the 30th coming out, and see what the announcements and what Pokemon has up their sleeves. And let me know if any of these cards or product are worth picking up right now, because it is really, really starting to go up. And it's interesting to see how fast 151 ran up, and now it's kind of cooled off, and we'll see which of the product and cards we went over this week kind of chill out, and we'll see if maybe 151 heats back up again in the next couple months. And until then, you guys have a good week, and hopefully you get some sweet pickups, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.